Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and in today's video we're going to be talking about the crypto market is doing what it does best and crashing again. With the fear, the FUD, the FOMO, Ukraine, the US, the SET, anything that can put fear into the market is being used and pushing the prices down, but to levels that we already predicted, which I'll show you in the chart. But also in today's main video, we're going to talk about the NFTs, two big ones that are coming up. One is a super hyped project, which I think everyone who gets in it will become super rich. And the other one is an underestimated gem, which minted today and still has a few spots left. So if you want to find out all this cool information, stay tuned and let's get into the video. So what's happening, everyone? Yes, it is crazy wild west out there. Crypto, NFTs, DeFi, minting, mining, everything is absolutely mind-blowing. But before I get into all that, I have to say that anything you see, hear or choose to ignore is not financial advice, especially with the crypto market tanking like a lead balloon. But with that being said, I want to go through some NFT projects. One is super hyped, which I probably guarantee you probably already heard of. And one is undervalued because they did not go down the big NFT marketing hype route. They've done organic marketing and they've done word of mouth stuff and it really worked. They've not sold out the mint as of yet. They only minted today, but they're over 3/4 of the way there. And they did this on a Dutch auction. So I'm going to show you the hyped project and the undervalued one so you can do your own research and see if there's a hidden gem and money to be made in them NFTs. So let's jump straight into the crypto market and see what is happening with crypto. Boom. So as you can see, the crypto market is taking a bit of a hit. It is a sea of red again. We did have a crash back down to mid levels, and as you can see, there's still 60 odd trillion in the last 24 hours of people buying up the dip. And the BT dominance is slowly reclining. But what is happening with the fear and greed? Well, as we can look here, yesterday we were very fearful and today we're in extreme fear. Now, a lot of things have been banding around with the Ukraine-Russia crisis, with the Canadian trucker crisis, etc., etc. But for me, it is just the market manipulators and the fearful people going on the back of them dumping, because I'm going to show you quickly before I get into these cool NFTs, the Bitcoin chart. Now, if you have a look at the Bitcoin chart, yes, once we were up these high levels here where people have been accumulating from these levels here and here, we sort of did the dip all the way down to this kind of, we put in all the way back here on the way up, because this was kind of like the high action of the resistance here and here. So if Bitcoin did have a fall down, this level here, here and here would have been the 3 steps, and it did, unfortunately for us, go to the bottom one, take a bounce, and now it's going up to hit the top one. So for me, this is classic manipulation. There's fear, the news, the US government are saying one thing, the big crisis in Russia with invading Ukraine, which has been going on now for like what seems ever an eternity, and we had all the stuff with the Canadian truckers. So for me, they've used it to suppress. Now you'll start seeing a lot of stuff coming back onto the exchange. These levels will get brought back up again, but the fact that we never broke really for that long down below the 40,000 mark here, sorry, the 39,500 mark here, and we shot back up to claim a really just under 40,000 firm support in these last, I'd say, day and a half, to me is encouraging signs, because this here was my worrying little kind of last chance saloon line, because from here it would have been a long way down to here, but for me it held steady. Now also, if you have a look at what follows Bitcoin, one of my favorite coins, Heather, this again, as we can see, when it gets manipulated, I'm going to move it over here. I'm just going to move it over here so you can see once it hit against its resistance, it fell back down to this line that we had in, which is the trading channel, which we had from support perfectly back here, 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 and here. So for me, it just literally, even though it was at high resistance from this kind of spring box here, it just went back down to its support, and now it's trading back around its 64 cent mark. And this is same with Bitcoin. just really fell back down to its two key support areas. It did hit the lowest one of the three, but that is obviously inevitable with the stuff. Ethereum is crashing all the way down. It's gone through its turning point and had probably one of its biggest downturns that it's had for a long time, since this big kind of dip that started happening at the end of Jan. But since we've had all this nice kind of hill bouncing, big pump to the upside here and retest, it has taken its worst hit. But for me, it is still one to watch, and it will do a turnaround when Bitcoin takes a spring and hopefully can breach to 40,000 and start reclaiming its glory. So with all that being said, I'm going to move on now to my two NFT picks. Now, this for me is a massive hype project, and that is Invisible Friends. Now, if you've not heard about this, you need to go over to their website, have a look at this. This is what the artwork is, and also get on their Discord, because this is probably one of the hypest projects I've seen outside of NFT glory season, and it is absolutely getting so much momentum. It seems to me like the minting has been going on for, well, the minting date's being launched for forever and a day, and it still hasn't been set a date for minting yet. But this is where you can go in the Discord, start badgering, chatting so much waffle in there to hopefully to see if they'll still giving whitelists away from what I was seeing on there. And if you get a whitelist on this NFT project is probably guaranteed to get you rich. So this is one of my super hot top picks. Invisible Friends, have a look at this. Again, not financial advice, but do your own research, all that waffle. But go over there and have a look at this if you're into the NFT market. Now, flying in under the radar at number 2, it's my low-key undervalued pick, is Freelanders. Now, Freelanders only started minting today, and it's already minted 4,174, 6,800. But these did not do all the high-end marketing. They did really pretty much organic marketing. And it goes over there, says a little bit about what they are. The project's centered around community, adventure, and collaboration. Each Freelander resides on the Ethereum blockchain. Just tells you pretty much the symbol waffle. And it says a member of the world and community it serves and builds in meaningfulness. And here it gets a bit of the roadmap. It says, we believe the strongest long-term communities in this space move at the speed of friendship. And we aim to create a sustainability space of champion dreamers, creatives, and friends that in all that we do. Our first goal is to create the meeting place for such of the community. Of course, we all have a lot of amazing plans to store in the future. So it doesn't really say a lot about what they're doing. The team is in there, but the reason I'm thinking this is an undervalued project is the rate that it managed to sell this out at a high price. It was a Dutch auction, so it was going all the way as high as, I think, 0.17 when I last looked at it, and all the way down to 0.15. And that is quite a high price if you think these are not really been shilled or thrown out there. Now, they have minted, and the ones that are minted, the floor price is already at 0.598. So you think you're minting at 0.15 and the floor price is 0.598, which to me, obviously, is still a bit of the hype. Now, we do have to have a look at the activity, and the activity is buzzing. You can see people are buying and selling pretty much every few minutes, because obviously the minting and stuff like this, and they're going for like 6. This one, 2 friends went for 1.3. My wife just divorced me, please buy it, 1.32. Do you know, it's just like a lot of people are really moving because the hype is there, and it will be there obviously till the reveal, and they are going for quite high. I mean, they're all pretty much at the 0.6 mark, and I believe Ethereum gas fees are not at the all-time high at the moment. Now, for me, this is why I think this is pretty much a little bit of an undervalued project. Now, I don't know, there's other things. If you're a big fan of Rarity Sniffer, you can go over there and look at the other projects and have a look at Rarity Sniffer and see what we can get in at cheap. There's the Goonies Gang, and obviously there's the Mutant Floki. But for me, if you want to try and look at a minting and still get a chance to do it, this is the one to get into. So I hope that's been super informational for you. I wanted to get this video out pretty quick to give you a bit of relief about where the Bitcoin market is and the crypto market. I think it's bouncing at levels we predicted on a crash. I personally am accumulating a little bit more. I did sell at that high resistance thing just because it hit my sell boxes and I started the dollar cost averaging out. So when it crashed all the way down here, I stopped and then obviously brought in at these low levels. My low orders got filled. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.